I'm in a kind of mini bike mood this week here at Iconic. Over on the auction site, we've got an NSR50, TDR50, multiple monkeys, and motocompos like this one. But today's video is all about a bike that makes a motocompo look gigantic. Meet the Indian MM5A. The MM5A was also known as the Mini Mini, which seems appropriate when you compare this Indian to that Indian. The company made it to kind of introduce motorcyclists between the ages of 3 and 8, not only to motorcycling, but also to the Indian brand. The idea, of course, is that if dad rides an Indian and he gets this for you, then you're gonna wanna stay in that family, screw Harley Davidson. One of the options that they had was actually training wheels. They made two versions, one that would bolt to the pegs, and then one that would bolt to your shock mounting points up here. This does not have either of those, but when you did have the training wheels on, you could lean up to 25 degrees in either direction before the training wheels would hit ground. I mean, everything about this bike is tiny. The engine is 50cc unit made by Marini. So on my side, you have the Marini logo. On camera side, you've got an Indian decal there. It makes all of, depending on who you talk to, 1.3 or 1.5 horsepower. And because it was designed for little kids, it was restricted on the intake side to a top speed of roughly 10 miles an hour. Other small numbers, it weighs, when dry, just 57 pounds. It's 18 inches tall. MSRP when it was new in the early 70s was $249. Really, the only big number about this bike was gas mileage. Indian claimed that you could get 200 miles out of a gallon when riding this thing. In a period advertisement, Indian called this the most complete and safest little motorcycle on the market. Who knows if that's true, but it is a very amusing piece. This specific bike was bought by the owner 4 years ago in pieces, and he basically made it a retirement project to restore it and bring it back to life. And he has a few photos of that we'll show right now of his restoration process. This bike is already actually sold. It's sold on our auction site, and it's going to the Netherlands, which is very cool. We always love facilitating international sales. So I'm not gonna ride it, but I do wanna just fire it up for you. Hopefully you learned a little bit about it, and now you can see what it's like to start it up and what it sounds like. All right, so everything on this is quite delicate and small, so I'll try to be gentle here. You just open up this little petcock here. Normally, this is where you would do the choke, but the bike's already warm, so you might have heard that little spring-loaded click. When you turn the throttle full on, that choke pops back into place. You basically hold the throttle open at about 80–90%, gentle kick, and there you go. So yeah, there's your Indian Mini Mini. Hope you enjoyed.